All right, podcast episode 3. Mustache is gone. Shaved it last night. I had it for quite a while, a few months actually. It's the first time I was actually able to grow a mustache in my 28 years of living, so I was, just living it up, but I didn't like it as much as I did, so it's gone. Anyway, today I basically just want to go over routine. I personally have struggled really badly with procrastination, video games, and just bad habits. Yeah, video games, smoking weed, and just being lazy. So routines have become a really big part of my life as of last year. Waking up extremely early. Still, with my current job, I can't wake up at 3 a.m. every single day like I would like to. However, I'm still waking up every single day to go to the gym one way or another. So, point 1, the gym is very, 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 very important for being a happy individual. A lot of people argue that their mental health is bad, they're not motivated to go to the gym, and it's a cop-out, and it's bullshit, because you cannot have a healthy body without a healthy mind. You can't have a healthy mind without a healthy body. Your body and your mind are the same thing, essentially. Your mind is part of your body. So go to the gym, be healthy, and you will definitely notice a change in your mindset. So that has definitely been one of the pivotal factors for me as an individual, my mindset, and I cannot start the day without going to the gym and getting the high from working out and improving myself physically and mentally every single day. So that sets the standard for my day. If I don't go to the gym, my day is just automatically not as fun, as good, or as productive. So, aside from the gym, this is kind of a controversial one, but cold showers are very important too. Discipline kind of plays a big part in discipline, because no one wants to jump in a shower of cold water. No one does, even though people do it. The people who do it don't want to. It's basically commanding your body to do what your mind tells it to, regardless of how you feel about it. So it instills discipline. There are a lot of health benefits to doing so. Ideally, you should do it before the gym. I do it after the gym because, after the gym, you kind of need a shower. You stink. So I've also just gotten back from the gym, so I apologize for the attire. But I have an appointment in a few hours, so I'm trying to get this video done while I still have the gym high, because it just sets the mood. So, yeah, cold showers. The benefits for discipline are, they're very good. I mean, once you challenge your mind and your body to do something that you don't want to do, it just makes everything that you don't want to do easier to do, because you're training your mind to do stuff that your body doesn't want to. So, cold shower is very important. Joe Rogan talks about the benefits of this, like the brown fats and all this. David Goggins is another advocate. Tony Robbins is very big on cold showers as well. So I definitely advise doing that. Another thing that I really struggled, probably the number one thing actually that I struggled with growing up until actually recently. I've fallen, in and out the past year of this, but video games. Video games are probably, in my opinion, one of the biggest plagues for, mine and younger generations, because it is a big false sense of accomplishment, and it is not only super addictive, but it just makes you, it gives you a false sense of accomplishment, spending 6 hours, 8 hours a day trying to get to a certain rank or acquire an item, or it is the biggest waste of time I've ever, experienced in my life. So as of recording this, I can't even remember when I stopped playing video games, because I made a pact with myself, a year ago, that I sold my PlayStation over a long time ago, over a year ago. But we still have a PlayStation in the house, so I still found myself, playing, Apex Legends. That was my game of choice, as well as on my computer, League of Legends. Do not play it. It's one of the worst games of all time. It's bullshit. But even though I told myself I wasn't going to play video games selling my PlayStation, I still found myself, being drawn towards video games. So I really had to instill discipline again to, instead of wasting my time in front of a screen, leveling up a character or getting to a certain rank, I would, spend my time in front of a screen leveling up myself, my income, my skills, my network, to, better myself as a person. Because why would you spend your life, a significant portion of your life too? I wasted my early 20s getting high, jerking off, and playing video games, as most people my age or in my generation have done or are continuing to do, which is a big reason why I've kind of dissociated myself with a lot of people I know, because they don't want to hear this. And, I've kind of hinted at the fact that, this shit is not, it's unproductive. It's a cop-out of life. Like, I mean, yeah, there are perks of it. I mean, if you're just going to spend like an hour a day, I mean, I guess that's doable, but who spends an hour a day playing video games realistically? Like, you're going to play a game, you're going to just keep playing it. And so I'm sure this isn't a generalization of, everybody who plays video games. I myself, I'm very binary when it comes to stuff like that. When I get into it, I'm very competitive, hyper-focused. So it's better that I just don't touch it. And I'm sure a lot of people are like that. They don't want to admit it. Yeah, they go to their 9 to 5, they come home, they get in front of the screen, waste their evening, wake up, rinse and repeat, which, if you want that kind of existence, that's fine. But don't bitch about your life because it sucks, because you aren't doing anything to change it. On another note, business. Now, network is a big part of business, in my opinion. I have failed at 28 years old. Currently, I have failed many times in business. And I feel like I'm not pointing the blame outside of myself. It is 100% my fault. But I feel like if I had a network of people who were like-minded, had similar drive and ambition as they would hold me accountable when I lacked accountability to, continue like pushing every single day to scale the business, to like market every single day, produce content, get clients, write copy, that kind of thing. Which leads me to the topic of the day I want to discuss is, there has been a friend of mine who I've reached out to, hey, you have experience in this field. Let's start a business together. Like, we're both, able-bodied individuals. We can do this thing. We can get this business off the ground, and then we can branch off from our 9 to 5s eventually and run this business, get a crew going to, get us going in, the direction that I thought we wanted to. I mean, I definitely, I would assume every man wants to, be financially free to be able to do whatever we want. But this gentleman, I'm not going to name him for obvious reasons, but he was like, yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about it for a long time. I think that'd be really cool. So I was like, he's awesome. Like, that area of business. I know how to, I've made enough mistakes in business to know right off the bat what not to do. And I can, get the ball rolling. I will, get the capital to get everything going, find our, initial clients. I just need someone to, have my back once, shit starts going. And it's like, yeah, let's do it. So, I start, cooking up a plan, how we're going to split profits, where we're going to get the capital, and how we're going to use the initial capital, blah, blah, blah. And then complete darkness for 2 days. I'm texting him. I even got to the point where I'm just like calling him, leaving him messages like, bro, like, we have to figure this out, and radio silence for 2 days. And he finally texts me. He's like, sorry, man, just dealing with a lot. Like, I really want to, run the business, get this business going, but I got to catch up on bills. And I said, like, bro, you need to catch up on bills. I'm taking the full blunt of getting the business going. I'm investing my money to get this going. I just need someone who's there once we need to get this shit done to help me run the business. And his excuse was basically he can't make money because he's behind on money. He can't start this business with me, no money out of his pocket, because he has to catch up on bills, which is bullshit. It's a cop-out. So told him he's not fit for it. I'll find someone else. Which is a damn shame, because I've known him for years, one of my high school buddies. But not everyone is fit to, venture off into the world of business and financial freedom. It's a goddamn shame. So, yeah, really bad network. Again, I do have some internet friends that, are all across the world. None of them local that I know of. So it's kind of hard, because I do have a few internet businesses. They're not extremely profitable, Tyrant Empire and then my e-commerce business. But I really wanted to get something, more service-based person, in person, to, keep me more busy during the day, so I can eventually move from my current, 9 to 5 to being able to do this full time while running my e-commerce business and everything. I still, regarding network as well, I don't have, a one-on-one mentor, so I don't have anyone to, help guide me. I don't know if I should just hyper focus on, my e-commerce business, hyper focus on, Tyrant Empire. Like, I still working that out. I'm all over the place. I need, obviously some guidance. I'm not perfect, but I am very hungry and very driven. So on that aspect, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Then marketing strategies is another thing I want to cover. So with my e-commerce business, I started it. When did I start? Like April. I think it was like literally April 1st. Haven't made crazy money. However, the way that it's been marketed, consistency is key in this instance. Every single day I'm posting content for my business, and the reach that I've been able to amass in just 2 months has been, actually no, it hasn't even been 2 months. It's been a month at the time of recording this. And on Instagram I've reached over 3 million people, sold quite a bit of product there. And then currently Instagram has kind of slowed down a little bit, but the Facebook side of things is actually really taken off too. I just hit 1 million people reached last night, and began monetizing some of the content, or all of the content. And not only am I making money from selling product, but I'm also making money from people viewing the ads. That's all organic. I'm not paying for any sort of ads. So I think that's really cool. That's another reason why I'm pushing this everyday thing for the Tyrant Podcast. Is, like I said before, I'm working on my speaking ability, my influencing ability, just basically progressing myself as a person. But it's also something I can monetize, gain, a better network. It's just like the perfect thing to have for any sort of business. It's going to help me, build my network, build my skills, make some, money, some content, that kind of thing. So it's basically a combination of everything, and it doesn't take much out of myself aside from, building my skills. I have to be entertaining, I have to be insightful, I have to, actually help people, and I can't just be boring, which probably at this stage I am probably a little boring. I mean, I don't have any guests, but it's totally fine. I'll get there eventually. Not worried. And then let's see what else we got here. Business, the podcast, Tyrant Empire. So I am getting back on the horse. I got really, demotivated with Tyrant after I lost a very important person on the team. He was the best 3D artist that I've ever met. He didn't give me a specific reason as to why he left, but it definitely kind of demotivated me because he was a really, really valuable asset to the team. But he left, I got demotivated, started doing other stuff. Probably a bad move, probably not, because had that not happened, I probably wouldn't be here starting this. So I feel like I'm kind of getting sidetracked here, but there have been a lot of things that have happened because of what I have done. Probably stupid thing to say, but because I am all over the board, with 3D modeling, music production. I do a lot of shit, coding, all this stuff. Because of the stuff that I've been, branching off to do, I do bits and pieces here, bits and pieces here, bits and pieces here. It's, open doors and things for me. So it's probably not the ideal way to have gone about stuff, but it's also really helped me figure out what is important, what's not important at this time. And I still have every, ounce of ambition to eventually, master these skills. But, well, full disclosure, probably saw that I got a little interrupted. My office is also my son's room. So, 2-bedroom apartment life, got to make some compromises. But basically what I was saying, I have every ounce of ambition to continue learning these different skills, marketing, copywriting, music production, running a record label, video game design, all this shit. However, as I was saying, there are more important things to learn first, and that's what I'm kind of figuring out as I go. Because of all the stuff that I'm involved in, I'm like, oh, I should probably learn better how to market a business instead of how to, learn the skills to replace something that I don't currently have in the business, that if I, work on marketing, I can network better and find someone who would be a better fit with more experience than it would take, for me to learn the skill. So that kind of falls in with coding and video game design, because I don't know, when something's wrong and I don't have someone to do it for me, I'm like, fuck it, I'll learn how to do it. And then I will go on this, tangent of just, putting my time and energy into learning this skill, wherein I should be focused on more of the side of, running the business, marketing, that kind of thing. And so that's probably one of my biggest weaknesses that I'm still working on. But it's how it goes. That's how you learn. So definitely kind of a learn as you go thing. But with that said, with the podcast, I'll just kind of wrap it up here. I will definitely be leveling this up a little bit. I really enjoy doing it. So got a green screen on the list of things to get, because that background is it's lame. And then I do plan on doing live streams, and then I'm currently only posting this on YouTube, but it's going to be basically everywhere. I want to find a better way to do it, because currently I'm just recording on my iPad. My webcam here on my computer is not nearly as clear, so webcam is on the list as well. And then obviously probably a better microphone too. But again, I'm getting my message out. I'm still building myself, so I'm not gonna, jump all into this like I probably would have in the past, because I know the consequences of, jumping the gun on that kind of stuff. So it's gonna come eventually. Gonna get some guests on board too once, I'm a little more established and so there's more of an incentive for them, because right now, at the time of recording this, I probably have like 60 subscribers on YouTube, like 4,000 on Instagram, so it's nothing really beneficial for the person to be interviewed. But I mean, if they're looking to grow like I am, then it will be beneficial for them, especially once I get some traction in the industry. So I mean, with that said, this will be edited a little bit because of the interruption, so unfortunately it's not raw and uncut, but it's pretty raw, pretty uncut. So thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.